like it, they just gotta live with it. Got my money working, you know what I did with it. Take it to the field, treat it like a coin toss. Girl, I got it covered, I'm a Louis loincloth. But he ain't really with the gang, that's a fact. Had baby doing something strange for the snap. Right around the county with her.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I have a lot of explaining to do. As you guys can tell, I have another vehicle in the background. Kind of on the whim purchase. I got a really good deal on it, but it needs a lot of work, and that's what today's video is about. We're gonna try to knock out some stuff, and I've already done a lot of stuff on it, to be fair, so it wasn't a lot worse condition than what it is now. So don't take it for what it is. I've done a lot of work, and I'll kind of go over everything. So let's just get to it. So we have a 2001 BMW M3. I ended up purchasing it from a coworker, and it is in really good condition for what it was. It's been sitting for 4 years, so it needed a lot of work. I'll put up a picture right here of kind of what it looked like beforehand, and you guys can tell it needed some love. So what we did was we did a full paint correction on the whole car. We got rid of this clear bra, or I still have a couple of corners, but the whole hood has been kind of done. We have a new emblem on it. The corners still need to be done, but yeah, basically full paint correction. The bumper was not salvageable, so I have a new bumper coming for it. It has had just too much of that, like basically this stuff on it, and it was just peeling up the clear coat and with the paint too. So I have a new bumper coming for it, but other than that, the car turned out amazing. We have new mirror caps coming, FYI, so don't worry about that. It needed but the paint turned out amazing. I was super happy with it. As you can tell, like it looks really good, and I've never had a red car, and I like it. It looks really good. But moving on, we had to do brake job on it, so stripped all the brakes. I'm painting the calipers currently, or I already did paint them, and they're just drying at the moment. So calipers been painted. We have the new rotor sitting under there. We did a stud conversion, so no more of the bolts. If you guys didn't know, BMWs don't have lug nuts, they have like lug bolts, I guess is what they're called. But then you can do a lug bolt conversion to a stud conversion. I don't know, it's super simple, just like threads in and you just tighten it, and then it gives you lug nuts. So makes it easy on that. But the car turned out really good. We cleaned up the fender liner, or all the wheel well, pretty well. It came with Coney coilovers, I believe. They're pretty decent. I have yet to really drive this car, so I don't really know, but came with all that stuff. I don't really know what else. Like I said, I did the brakes in the rear. But other than that, it is basically bone stock. The engine is bone stock. It is high mileage, so that is one thing to kind of be on the whereabout, I guess. It has 230,000 miles, but we're gonna do some work to it and try to get it running perfect. It's had a lot of the maintenance done, so I guess with these cars, the main issue you have are the Vanos system, rod bearings, and subframe reinforcement. Well, I went and looked down underneath the car, and the car has actually already been reinforced in the subframe. There are plates welded in, so taken care of. And I did a deep dive on the VIN number for the car, and the rod bearings were done at like around 70,000 miles. So it could be hit or miss on if I want to do rod bearings, but at this point it's like, if I decide to keep the car, if I decide to sell the car, I might just rebuild the motor. So it's like, why do rod bearings at that point? But what I'm most proud about is the interior. Interior of this car looks absolutely amazing. As you guys can tell, I did a lot of work. This car was disgusting before. It had been sitting like for 4 years, like I said. Oh my God, like it just was disgusting. So carpet turned out amazing, pretty much flawless. Seats are amazing. It turned out so well. The only downside of the interior was the headliner. Let me see if I can zoom out a little. But I mean, the headliner was absolute poo. So what I ended up doing, if the light will focus in, I did my usual suede trick. I wrapped everything in suede. So basically the whole car is now suede material. I don't know if you can see that, but I'll try to get some better lighting. There you go. Just nice, simple suede. Like black suede, but the whole headliner is basically covered in it. It looks really good. I even did like these little accessory pieces, as you can see, so I'm super proud of it. It was a lot of work, but yeah, other than that, the interior is pretty much flawless. I'm super stoked about it. But moving on, that's the car. We got a lot of work. We have a lot of parts for it, so this is literally my mound of parts for it, and I have a ton in the house actually too. So we are going to be installing a bunch more parts on the car today. I think what we're gonna probably dive into today is this bad boy right here. So this is I think PCM is the company. I don't remember. I don't remember really, but short shifter. I hate the shifter in that car. It is absolute dog doo-doo, and I don't like it at all. It is so sloppy. I guess that's a real known thing. So we're gonna be swapping it out for this. We have the PCM shifter, and we have, I believe it's like a billet arm that goes underneath the car. I guess it's like the shift selector. So this arm is like usually tends to be sloppy. There's a lot of play in it, so recommended switching this out at the same time. So we're gonna do that, and it comes with a bunch of bolts. So let's get to basically taking apart the regular short shifter. We'll install it.
Filling my pocket with legal tender, cost me to be the winner. Fly out before I can see the winner, no more TV dinners. Wake up and roll me a wood in the morning, I heard it go good with the vitamin C. Baby, you don't need no friend for this evening, believe me, you better all ride with me. Slide to the loo in my leisure, but still had to cop me a crib right outside of the D. I let them think what they wanted, cause I got bundles of bread, it ain't bothering me. I've been up late in the lab just in case.
Well, that didn't last long. I had to run to the parts store because apparently I don't have any BMW tools. Who uses external Torx bit bolts that are not a Torx bit bolt, but it's got a Torx bit like head? I don't know. It's stupid, but I've already been to 2 stores and they haven't had any of those tools, so hopefully I can make it to this one. I need to take the exhaust off to get to the access to the bottom of the shifter, so I can take the shifter off because it's all one piece. Big nightmare, but we're gonna get it done, and I'm gonna get it. I'll catch you guys back at the house. All right, guys, so I ended up finishing the install. It was a lot easier than I thought. It just a very tight space. I'll go through kind of what went down. I ended up needing like a Torx bit, an external Torx bit, to get the exhaust off, because you have to drop the whole exhaust down to access the bolts, or just to give you more clearance. I'm sure someone could do it if they've done it enough times, I guess, without dropping the exhaust, but it made it a lot easier. And I also dropped the trans down. I unbolted the cross member for the trans, and that gave me so much more room for my hands, so I would highly recommend that. But overall, I am super stoked with the outcome of it. It is probably one of the best shifters I've ever felt. It is pretty amazing on the throw of it. The only thing I don't like, and I'm gonna be completely honest, is it's a little wobbly. I don't know if that's like something I did wrong. I'm definitely gonna like do a little bit more research and see if that's just a common problem with these. But I also changed the selector rod on it, so everybody said to do that. But yeah, I mean, the throw on it is literally amazing. I mean, it's super short, precise. I can see why this is one of the most highly recommended ones. I don't know if like this is just, see, like this wobble just kills me, but I don't know. I've tried everything. Maybe there's a simple fix for it, but other than that, like, I really love the throw of it. It's really nice, and it just makes it feel so much better, and I can't wait to drive it. So that's probably going to wrap it up for this video. I really don't have much else. I'm gonna get started on a bunch of other projects. I'll kind of give you guys what, but that's gonna have to be for another video. I gotta kind of spread it out, but we have a bunch of new parts coming in. We have new exhaust for the car. I have a section 2 part of the exhaust coming, so that's why I haven't put the exhaust back on. We have brakes all done. Wheels came finally in. I'm super stoked about these. These are gonna look amazing on the car. New bumpers coming, and then I'll give you guys kind of a rundown of what's gonna be happening to the WRX. I think you guys are gonna be super stoked. We picked up a bunch of new parts for it, and they're amazing. I'm so stoked for this car. Like, I keep getting updates from off the line in Iowa, and they are killing it. The car should be done in like probably like a couple weeks. It's gonna be like a little over a month. So these are done. We have more parts for the BMW. I have headliners to go through, and these are part of the parts for the Subaru. It's literally, I have carbon everything for this car. This car is literally going to be 100% carbon almost. I'm so stoked, but here's some of the suspension parts for it. I just picked it up from Powder Coat, and these are TSS Fab lower control arms that we had powder coated in this like hammer tone blue, but it should go really well with the car. I'm super stoked to get this on the car. We have a bunch of other arms that are currently being made and then have to be sent out to powder coat. So these are going to be awesome. This is like a full spherical heim joint, like no bushings whatsoever for the car. And we also have new coilovers coming from field, new pretty much everything coming for the underside of the car, and then it's getting all of the work done like I have kind of updated you guys with the WRX. It's basically getting a full ECU done, new trans, new everything. That car is going to be amazing, and it's getting a new turbo on top of that. It's going to be a spicy unit. And like I said, that's going to wrap it up, but if you guys wouldn't mind going ahead and subscribing to my channel, I'd really appreciate it. But other than that, I think you guys are going to be really happy with the progress we have. The BMW is going to come along great, and we just have so much great stuff coming to it, and the Subaru is going to be well worth the wait. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out.